29 things not to do in Rise of Nations. Number 29. Use escorts. Please! Listen to me, please! Do not do this. Do not do this. You will lose all your troops. You'll actually lose all your troops. And then the next thing you'll know, you'll be trying the white piece. And they'll accept. But your troops will be stuck in the battle. Because that's how these games mechanics work. And they cannot leave it. So good job. You just lost 1 million troops. Please, know your terrain. My gosh, don't just know that you can entrench yourself in terrain for extra defense, and don't rush people's lines in the mountains. It does not work. Simply does not work. Like you'll go to attack them, but then they'll be in the mountains and they'll beat you, and then you'll be like, why? Oh, surprise Pikachu face! Why would they beat me? I had more troops than them, and I had better trained troops than them. Well, guess what? Hit terrain, you'll see why. You went after them in the mountains, and that's what you get for even trying to do that. You insane person. You will probably not win the battle, and better yet, you'll actually probably lose your entire army, and then they can easily counterattack you, and then they'll win. So, yep, good job. You just lost your entire army, and now they can take over your country freely. Don't trust anyone unless you're sure you can trust them. Don't trust that Indian player that says, oh, I accidentally just spied on you, and then they kill you because you thought, oh, they accidentally just spied on me. Okay? Just don't trust people unless you're sure you can trust them. Like, there's no way they can declare war on you or something, or they're allied to you, or whatever. Know your matchups. See, don't send submarines into things that really can't. Don't send submarines into destroyers or frigates, because guess what? Your submarines will die a deep, dark death because you don't know how to command armies. And how sad is that? Wow, that's very sad. And if something costs more, it doesn't mean it's better. It just means, you know, that it just costs more. It doesn't even make a difference. Just because frigates are the cheapest boat in the game doesn't mean they're not useful. They can be used for killing submarines. So just know your matchups and don't be an idiot, because if you don't know your matchups, you'll lose a lot of money, and then you'll just be like, why did I lose? And then you get depressed because you lost all your ships. Learn to recognize certain ships. Learn to recognize what a frigate and a destroyer looks like. That's really important, because if you know what they look like, then you're able to distinguish them and you're able to counter them. Build buildings. Use buildings that are useful. Build them. Build factories. Build cities. Build recruitment centers. Build everything you can. These will be useful later in the game, and these can really help beat people in wars. Please don't accept every alliance you see. Alliances can be useful, and at the same time they can be an annoyance. Because next thing you know, your Central African Republic friend in Africa is being invaded by some other country, and you can't get there, and they're starting to fight with you because you didn't defend them. Please don't brag. Just don't, because you would just be seen as an idiot. And if you're just saying you have more XP and then get beaten, then, you know, if you get beaten and you have 1 million XP, people will be a little skeptical that you have 1 million XP, because they're like, how are you that bad at the game when you have 1 million XP, you know? Please make sure you're able to handle your factories. Do not build factories that you cannot afford. Trade for people if you don't have the resources, and if you can't afford the factory, then don't make the factory. Make sure you have the right ideology that you like. If you want a lot of money, pick democracy. If you want to fight a lot of people and justify quickly, use fascism. If you're in a big war and you don't want high war exhaustion, do communism. Know what ideology is right for you, and make sure you don't pick the wrong ideology. Keep your stability as high as possible, please. If your stability is not good, then simply you'll just collapse, and you just die. Make sure you know your features. Use government spending, do policies, just do form rules, do everything you can to keep your stability high. Stability is one of the most changing one of the most changing things in the game. One of the most important factors. If you're low on stability, you collapse and you lose a war pretty much. Sometimes this can be hard, but stay focused on the game. Don't be watching YouTube and then someone declares war on you, and then you come back and you realize you just lost a war. The reason you did that was because you weren't focused and you weren't paying attention, and you just lost all your troops, and then next thing you know, you lost the war, and then you're mad, and you're getting mad at them, and they're just like, you should have been focused. Please make a navy as an ally nation. If you don't have a navy, then people can easily naval invade you, and then your advantage as an island is as simple as gone. Please be strategic about what you do. Put your troops near a place a person might naval invade. Entrench yourself so you have good defense. Do these things, and you'll probably have a better chance of winning a war. The next one on our list is do the unexpected. And that also brings me to the next one, catch your enemy off guard. If you're Syria per se, one thing you can do is sell electronics, which is something you should really do, and get a huge army and then attack your enemy, which would be Turkey. Turkey would not expect this, and might actually lose the war because of this, so yeah. Use flanking to your advantage. Like, you know, split your units and flank people with them. Some people don't know about this new feature. It can really mean a difference in a battle. If you flank someone, it gives you a bonus of about 1.5x, which makes your units just a bit stronger, and that could mean a difference in a battle. Don't cheat, for the love of God. If you lost a war, don't country swap and try to get revenge on that player, because it's just a stupid move. They might report you, and then next thing you know, you're banned from the game. So I just recommend switching servers and telling them that good play, and moving on from there. I know this can be hard sometimes if you're close to doing a form or something, but you just gotta deal with it, man. You just gotta deal with it sometimes. Oh my god. Okay, don't get toxic or anything. Sometimes there's gonna be toxic people, and that's okay. Best thing you can do is just ignore them and move on with your day. So even I sometimes respond to these toxic people, which is, people will only be toxic in reaction to other guys. So if you just don't respond, they'll just frick off, and you can just continue with your day. Play as many countries as possible. If you don't get one country, play another one, because every country is going to have a different play style. Some people might like small countries like Niger or Chad, or favorite countries. And some people may like Brazil or the US. It really just depends on people's play style. Some people might like Poland or Lithuania or Russia or China. People have different play styles, which is why you shouldn't just play one country, because there might be a country you might enjoy more than that other one. Play as weak, mid-level, and strong countries. When you play as weak countries, you can build your strategy more. Personally, that's what I believe. Because small countries are hard to play as, so you have to do whatever you can to survive. Mid-level countries like Germany per se, they are mid-level, so you have some strength at the same time you're the strongest. And also plays high-tier countries like the United States. All of these can lead to a good balance of play, so you're flexible in each country you play as, and you know what you're doing as every country. Please do research. Lots of people don't do research for some reason. I really don't understand why. Technology is probably one of the most important things in this game. It used to be not as good, but now there's all those research improvements and stuff, which can make you research faster and stuff. So what I recommend, if you're a weak country, do maximum research spending, and just rush quantum computing. Because if you have better technology than everyone, then you're going to win wars much easier. Just remember to do research and stuff, or else you're going to be fricked in a later war. Don't be afraid to attack people. I kind of have a problem with this, because I don't really like attacking people. And you know, I'm just too nice sometimes. But yeah, if someone takes something you really need, and don't just sit down and not do anything. Sometimes maybe they'll work out an agreement, but the other times you have to attack someone, and that's just the sad truth. So if you have to attack someone and they look like they're gonna attack you, just attack them, because like in the end, if you're attacking first, then you have the initiative and you'll probably have the advantage. Don't get mad if you didn't get a certain country, okay? Because if you didn't get a certain country, just pick a different country and move on. I have had troubles with people, because some people want to play as Germany per se, and I get Germany, and then they start raging because they didn't get Germany. I mean, no one wants to hear you complain. Just shut up, because you're just making yourself look like a fool in front of everyone. So, like, you just don't do that. Just pick another country, move on. You don't really, or just swap servers, and you have like two choices here. Just pick a different country, or swap servers until you get the country you want. Those are your two options, and they're both pretty good options in my opinion. It's better than complaining. So I'd like to thank you for watching this video. I wasn't able to get all 29 things in there, because sometimes I have a hard time brainstorming. At the same time, I did brainstorm 29 ideas. At the same time, some of them were really dumb and were just like the same thing as another one. So I just got rid of those. So I mean, don't get mad at me if there isn't 29 here. There's like 20 something at least, so you know. And then this video took like a week because I was just not motivated to do videos. So you know, just cut me some slack here. It's my first edit anyway, so I mean, yeah, just cut me some slack. And thank you for watching.